So another question that is commonly asked by parents is that the content is lacking. My child is not able to come up with a lot of content. Now, one of the reasons this happens is academics. The way it is taught at school, it's very very bookish. They just have to read it from there and kind of just produce it somewhere else. It's not about using your own mind. Even at tech companies and so many companies these days require less of, like, people have ended up preferring that kind of a work where, though they desire the work that requires a lot of passion and a lot of creativity, but on the other hand, standardization and copy paste is something that's working even in the edtech space, and the education sector is full of these examples, which is why it's very difficult for children generally to come up with their own original ideas, to be motivated to come up with something of their own. On the other hand, there's so much of information out there that children feel that they don't have to use their brain to come up with something original when there's so much of information out there already. And the other confusion in the same point is that, okay, what is very common and what is very famous, I should be able to talk about that, I should be able to quote it, I should be able to give a reference and context of that, then only something is acceptable, which is not true. Because of this whole this trend which is there, where there is so much and the information out there is so much, those who are able to give a new viewpoint or an insight on existing ideas, or they're able to produce original content, these are the individuals who stand out in the current times as well as the times to come. Because people get bored, all the information is out there. What's the new thing that you're producing that people will not easily get on internet, and that live experience of talking to you or interacting with you is something that they will look forward to. This is exactly what I try to teach and mentor kids in through Thought Programmers Hub. And I have seen that children are able to do that. Many people earlier used to think, how is it even possible when adults cannot do it? The reason adults cannot do it because there's no practice. There is no environment created like that. At the end, even if the same environment is created, adults can learn it too. But yes, the unlearning is the difficult process. Whereas with children, if you are able to discuss, issues, and if you're able to bring out, things that matter to them, but in a very subtle way, I think it helps them to open up furthermore and use their mind and brain to go back to the observations that they've had. Maybe they've not paid attention to those things, but they've at least seen those things around, or they've read about it, and then the connection gets better, personal experience gets added, they want to think of something that is not felt or relatable. So that is how new information and new content gets built, and originally and spontaneously.